Peace. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you keep the Bible on cop? The Most High is my rock. TK. Rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah, the Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on top. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutting. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Homie, where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you keep the Bible on cop? The Most High is my rock. TK.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
And welcome to the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We are located at 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77071. Class times are Monday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and Shabbat morning class, which you're in right now, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or till when we're finished answering questions. We also have other locations out in Virginia, and they're located at 2610 Granby Street, Norfolk, Virginia, 23517. Their class times are Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We also have another location in San Antonio, Texas. They're 4444 Waltham Road, Suite 201, San Antonio, Texas, 78218. We're working on a location out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so we'll keep you updated on that. We have an upcoming feast. Get ready. Nice feast. If you're in the Houston area, come out and join us. It's the Feast of Pentecost this Tuesday, and that's May 26th. Tuesday. Is that this Tuesday? Yep, this Tuesday, May 26th. So come join us. You know, we're going to get together and celebrate the High Holy Day. We also have the Blog Talk Radio with Priest Mashaba. That's blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. And that's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you would check out our like, share, and subscribe our other YouTube channels. Of course, we have this channel, we have the channel in VA, and then we have the 5 Minutes of Wisdom, the Hidden Truth Bible Show, and the Israelite Media Corps. So share those with your friends, your family, subscribe them. We really need subscriptions up for the VA channel though, more importantly. So if we can get that VA channel pumping more, get the subscriptions up so that they can go live. Israelware is not accepting orders at this current time. If you need to reach a priest, you can reach Priest Kazaki at 281-707-2737, or you can reach Priest Quatzazak at 303-557-8979. We also have a business. It's called Sweet Ambiance, and at Sweet Ambiance, it takes care of all your aroma therapeutic needs, all your fragrant needs for your house, for your body, vehicle. You know, there's multiple uses for the oils. So we have the oils, we have bath salts, soaps, lots of good smell goods, candles. So check it out, and it helps support the school. If you want to drop any donations, you can put that into the Wells Fargo account, which will be there on the screen, or into the Google Wallet account. If you want to mail anything to us, because we are in need of Bibles, pens, notebooks, apocryphers, tables, desks, computers, camp vehicle, all these things. If there's anything that you feel like you can give to the school that would help support the school and the educational process of our people, please call Kwatazop up and he will give you a good address where to send those items. And that's it for the announcements. And you know how we normally do. We start off with these Sabbath morning prayers, and then we go into the reading.
How's everybody feeling?
Wow.
Good. Nice. Make the day easy. Everybody feeling good. Yeah, let's set up these prayers. I might give them a punch down. But done. Let's rise and face the east. For some reason, we read over that last week. For 4 scriptures. You remember that? I don't remember that. Y'all ready? Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Kahawa'ah.
Kahawa'ah.
Latalanawa.
Latalanawa.
Awar.
Awar.
Zayawam.
Zayawam.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman. And it's bless you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the light this day. Thanks, so be it. And the light is the light of the candles. As y'all know, the light of the candles represents our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in the Most High.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Kahawa'ah.
Kahawa'ah.
Latalanawa.
Latalanawa.
Rayach.
Rayach.
Nayachacha.
Nayachacha.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman. And it's bless you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the sweet Savior.
Yeah, because it plugged out.
Okay, no, it's this way.
It's back on? We're good? Okay. put it inside the YouTube. You good?
Right here.
Yeah. We're good? This is the Lord's Prayer, which could be found in Matthew 6 and verse 9. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Haya. Shamka. Yahweh. Balakwathka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Haya. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Haya. Bashamayim. Lathanlanawa. Lacham. Call. Yawam. Wasalachnawa. Kabawathnawa. Kasalachnawa. Chabawath Yanawa. Wala'ah. Tabiyanawa. Wanasaya one. Abal. Hawashai Nawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahatha Pa'arath. La'ai Walanyam. Aman.
It's Matthew chapter 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen. These are the 10 Commandments. Number 1, La'ah. Yahaya. Laka. Alahayim. Aharyim. Al-Panya.
Thou shalt have no other powers before me.
La'ah. La'aisha. Laka. Pasal. Wala'ah. La'ibadam.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
La'ah. Dalakwak Sham. Yahweh. Bashawa.
Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain.
Zakar. Hayawam. Hashabath. Lakodashwa.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Kabad. Abaka.
Wa'amaka. Honor thy father and thy mother.
La'ah. Baratazak.
Thou shalt not kill.
La'ah.
Dana'ap. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
La'ah. Taghanab.
Thou shalt not steal.
La'ah. La'ina. Shakur.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
La'ah. Fachamad. Kol. Asherah. Lara'aika.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Bahasham Yahawashi. Thawada. Tamyad. Aman.
Yeshabim, which means to be seated.
We good on the sound? We didn't do this. All right, so those were the Shabbat, the opening Shabbat prayers. Then we're gonna transition over to the reading. I mean, y'all know the deal. Everybody online, y'all should know the deal already. We're gonna be we'll be starting off in Numbers. All right, so pretty straightforward reading. This Numbers is gonna be, I like it because it shows you that the Most High wasn't about chaos. He was about order. And when you read through this Numbers, it's going to be a lot of names. It's going to be a lot of this family, that family, this name, this head, this tribe. But he goes through, it's important because what's being established here all the way back in Moses' time, what's being shown to us is that there was an order established even amongst the different families, the different tribes. Amongst the Levites, there was order. There was a ranking ordered structure. All right, so I mean, if you've been rolling with us for the last couple of months, if you've been rolling with us for the last couple of months, you see that we go through the Old Testament. All right, so we just ended Leviticus, so we're going to be in Numbers. So we're going to be in Numbers 1 and 1. So what we'll do, we'll call up the first reader. Anybody that's new online, we go through the. I gave us a thumbs down. Somebody already gave us a thumbs down. That has to be by accident. Somebody already gave us a thumbs down. I didn't even start talking yet. Wow. That must be an accident. Somebody, y'all check y'all phone. Make sure y'all didn't hit that by accident.
Okay.
I hit it by accident, so we had 2 thumbs down.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's gone now. Okay, it was by accident. Yeah, but we break the reading up into seven readers. Every reader comes up, states his name, his tribe. He'll say it in Hebrew. So you'll hear the first brother will come up, Ricardo Shabbat Tashal, Issachar, Bun Yasha'Allah. So Shabbat Tashal is tribe of. Okay, Yasha'Allah, Israel. Tribe of Yashakar, which is Issachar. So you'll hear that how many times? 5? 5 different brothers will come up, state their registry. And then the scriptures tell us to translate. So this is for anybody that's new. Everybody in here is not new. So, we get new people online all the time. We don't want to leave them wondering. All right, so we'll salute up the first row. We get it on.
Ricardo, Shabbat Yashikar, Ban, Yashala.
Ricardo Shabbat Tashal, Yashakar, Bun Yasha'Allah. Aymalim. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Brakatam.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah.
Yeah, that thumbs down might have been by accident. It's all good. I think all the other ones were on purpose. Yeah, buddy.
Numbers 1.
Yeah, Numbers
Chapter 1.
Numbers 1 and 1.
It's verse 28.
You hear that horn blowing? It's coming out.
Okay. The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the 2nd month, in the 2nd year, after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their poles, from 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel.
To go do what?
To go forth to war in Israel.
Right, so here is the Most High establishing an army. Right? Men of what age?
From 20 years old and upward.
Right, so 20 years old and upward, if you were able-bodied and obviously able-minded, you were drafted into this army. Go ahead.
And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you of the tribe of Reuben, Elishur, the son of Shedeur.
Right, so within each tribe, you had a head of the tribe. So That's important. That means that everybody couldn't be the leader, right? Everybody, they went over it in Virginia about who watched the class in Virginia, not last night, but the one they did about We Are the Body. Right. So they went through and showed the different functions of the body and the different body parts. So that wasn't a new concept that Paul was coming with. He was getting that from here. There was heads of each tribes. There was heads of the army. There was heads of the Levite, the priests. There were different families that were instructed to do different things. Go ahead.
So in verse 3 it says from 20 years old and upward, like nobody could go into the army before that. And now like in
it says from 20 years old and upward. So when you hit age 20 and upward, that's when you were into the army.
What's crazy about it is like you got like 15, 16, well back in the day during World War I, World War II, 15, 16, 17-year-olds just running away to the army.
Yep, they got drafted, yeah.
They got drafted because America ain't got no, remember it says America, it said this nation ain't going to, it's not going to regard the life of the young or the old.
Okay.
So they'll put, remember this says men, right? Take you to some of all the congregation of children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers with the number of their names, every male. America will put women in the army.
John.
And not just America, all these nations.
Yeah.
You go to Israel, they got women. You know, we meet all these Israelis. They all been drafted into the army. As soon as they hit 18, they're in their military. So every country you go to, they'll put women, they'll put gays, they'll put children, because they have no standard. The Most High gave a standard here, 20 years old and up. That meant what? That you at least had the mental capacity to go out and fight, right? At this 20-year-old age.
Yeah.
You weren't just a little kid about to go lose your life, right? Or you know, and then even there had to have been an age cutoff because you couldn't be too old to go fight either. You had to be able-bodied, just like the priests, right? The priests at 50 they stopped ministering in the sacrifices and all that stuff, but they went on to do other duties in the priesthood, right? Right. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Of Simeon, Shelumiel, the son of Zuri Shaddai. Of Judah, Nashon, the son of Amin Adab. Of Issachar, Nathaniel, the son of Zuar. Of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon. Of the children of Joseph of Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Amihud. Of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. Of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideonai. Of Dan, Ahizar, the son of Ami Shaddai. Verse 13. Of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Okran. Of Gad, Eliasaph, the son of Duel. Of Naphtali, Ahira, the son of Enan. These were the renowned of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands.
Heads of what?
Of thousands.
Right, so these were the heads. These were the men that, if decisions needed to be made, if things needed to happen, let's gather the heads together. And let's make these different decisions within the nation. Go ahead.
These heads were also like per the tribe, right? For the whole tribe, like every 12 that we just read was for the thousands amongst the tribes, and then totaling all together the sum altogether, right?
Yep. Right.
Okay. Verse 17. And Moses and Aaron took these men which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees.
Right. What's a pedigree? Raise your hand. Ronnie.
Your bloodline or lineage.
Right. A pedigree is your bloodline. You only really hear the word pedigree when it comes to horses and dogs, right? What's their pedigree? Or they got 100% pedigree. But pedigree, that meant your bloodline. your nationality, who you were. It said it was declared by what? Go ahead.
It was and they declared their
Their
pedigrees
bloodline or their nationality or even their tribe. Go ahead.
after their families,
Right.
by the house of their fathers,
Go ahead.
according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their posts,
Right. Go ahead.
as the Most High commanded Moses. So he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai.
Right.
And the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by their posts, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. Of the children of Simeon, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered of them, according to the number of the names, by their posts, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300. Of the children of God, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of God, were 45,650. Of the children of Judah, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Judah, were 314,600. Of the children of Issachar, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war.
Any questions? It's gonna be straightforward. It's gonna be an easy one. No questions? Any questions online about the reading so far? If not, we'll get up to the second reader.
The song says, Shabbat Shah, Yahawada, Ban Yasharala.
Song Shabbat Shah, Yahawada Ban Yashala. I'm Radium. Barak.
Yahawba Shim Yahashar Brakatham.
Yahawba Shim Yahawshah Barakatah.
You just trying to go monkey wrench.
I just thought about it one day.
Simplicity that's in Christ. So we're at Numbers 1 and verse 29 to 2 and 2.
Concept. Numbers chapter 1, verse 29. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Issachar, were 54,400. Of the children of Zebulun, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered to them of them, even of the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Of the children of Joseph, namely of the children of Ephraim, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Of the children of Manasseh, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 30,200. Of the children.
Now remember, we're looking at these numbers. Remember, this is just the males of a certain age, from 20 and up. Right? So there was a lot of us. There was a lot of us, because if you look at it, when we get through it, after they numbered all these men, I think it was about 600,000. That was just 20 and up. That's not counting anybody 20 and below. That's not counting the women. That's not counting the men that couldn't go to war.
And the elders.
Right, that's right. The men that couldn't go to war. That anyone that was older that wouldn't be able to function.
So, the Most High is saying at 20 years old and up. So every year that somebody turned 20, the army just increased.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
When you hit 20, if you weren't a Levite, you went into if you were able to war, yeah. Until obviously, because you had to have a military, right?
Right.
You had to have something to defend the people. But was it just that we were warriors? We were multitasking, right? Remember when in Nehemiah's time, when they were building the walls, so they had a shovel in one hand and a sword in the other, right? Right. So just so you get an idea, it wasn't just that we wore many hats. Go ahead.
Verse 36. Of the children of Benjamin, by their generations and their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Benjamin, were 30,500. Of the children of Dan, by their generation, after their families.
Man, you know what's cool about this?
What's that?
You got to think about it. One man's lineage is 30,000 people. 30,000 male. I want y'all to let that settle in real quick. That one man's lineage. Benjamin was the youngest son, right?
Right.
And just out of his lineage, out of his loins, 35,400 men. 20 and up. That's just men. That's not counting the women and the children. Just think about that. So, you know, when it says in Isaiah, it says one shall become what? It's Isaiah 60, right? One shall be like a small nation.
Right, I got it.
Read it.
Isaiah 60 and verse 22.
Right?
A little one shall become 1,000,
Right?
and a small one a strong nation.
Right. Go ahead. That's it. Uh-huh.
I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time.
Right.
Nice.
Watch this. So, you had about, with Manasseh, you had 30,000. With, I'm trying to figure who had the most numbers. 50,000 was Zebulon. You had Issachar, 50,000. Judah, 70, 20, you had 60. Right? They were about 60,000. I mean, the population of Sugar Land is about 100,000 people. So think about that. 2 tribes made a whole city. And remember, this is just the men. So imagine if you add the women and children, one tribe was the same population as Sugar Land. Right? Well, I just looked up the population of Sugar Land. It's 110,000. So 118,000, excuse me. Missouri City, 74,000. There was more people in one tribe than there is in Missouri City. Pearland, 122,000. And I'm naming, for those of you online, I'm naming cities here in Texas. But just think about that. you can't really fathom how many people are in Sugar Land because you never really thought about it. But then to gather all those people, and then you sit a tribe right next to that, and you say, damn, this tribe can populate, one tribe can populate all of Alief. Or all of Sugar Land, or all of Sharpstown.
Right.
That's how we had it set up, though. When the Most High gave us the land, He gave us the land, and we just had our own little cities. Like you had the city of Judah, you had the city of you had Gad that had their little city or their little area or land.
Right.
Ephraim, Manasseh, everybody had their own land designated according to the number of how many people you had in that tribe. So I mean, that's crazy. Even at this time, just coming out the wilderness, we had the numbers. We had the numbers. I mean, it's fair to say there was more of us than there was Egyptians. But how come we couldn't overtake them?
Our mindset.
The Most High wasn't with us. Yeah, our mindset. Most High wasn't with us. Right? It wasn't time. We had the numbers. 600,000 men ready to go war. Then you had, again, women and children. You wouldn't expect them to go to war, but y'all see the point, Ricardo.
It's crazy as you're saying, like populating a small city. Like Texas has all these forts, you know, Fort Hood and all that stuff like that, and you can't just walk into these forts. So just imagine, like, the military bases of ancient Israel. Just dang, it blows my mind.
Well, it was one. As we read, you'll see it was one big base. It was set up. Watch, we'll read on. I won't give it away. The number, Dawiyah, what was the total number of the tribes mentioned? It was about 600. You ain't got to add it up. It tells you at the end of it. It's 600. It's 600,000. It's verse 46. We ain't there yet. You can do the math. Go ahead. Where we at? Read on.
Verse 38.
Uh-huh.
Of the children of Dan, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Dan, were 62,700.
Right.
Of the children of Asher, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Asher, were 41,500. Of the children of Naphtali, throughout their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Naphtali, were 53,400. These are those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, being 12 men. Each one was for the house of his fathers. So were all those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel. Even all they that were numbered were 600,000 and 3,550.
Right. So 600,000, 300. Wait, 600,000
and 3,000.
Right. So 603,500.
Right.
So 603,550 men. You see that? So Dawiyad, are there 13 tribes mentioned? Yeah. Let me make sure. It is, right? Because Dan is in there, but was Ephraim and Manasseh, right? Yeah, there's 13 tribes mentioned.
Right.
Because at this time, there were 13 tribes.
Yeah, Dan was still there.
Dan was there, right? And Ephraim and Manasseh, as you see, those that were numbered, verse 33, those that were numbered of them, the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,000. Of the children of Manasseh, fathers according to their numbers and names, 20 years old and upward, all were able to go forth. Those were numbered, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 30 and 2,000. You know, Ephraim and Manasseh, right, were considered Joseph, because they came from Joseph, But even here, it gives you two different numbers for Ephraim. One set of numbers for Ephraim, one set of numbers for Manasseh. And then it also includes Dan in verse 38. So 13 tribes, yes. So 13 tribes were mentioned. But it still said there was 12 princes. Why?
The Levites wasn't included, right?
Right. Because the Levites weren't. Well, oh, hold on. No. Yeah, it only mentions 12 tribes. Because the Levites weren't included. We got to read down. So it still only mentions 12 tribes. Levi wasn't included in the military. Who had their hand up?
I was thinking, like everybody's always like, the Kemet people is like, Dan, what happened to Dan?
Right.
But if you read the scriptures, Benjamin got wiped down to 600 people, and they would have got killed off. So it's like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Dan got swallowed up in other tribes.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, think about it. They always made. I remember back in the day, and it's a sad joke, but they would say you would see more polar bears together than you would see American Indians together, right? And I'm like, dang, I never knew what that meant. But then I get it. Like they wiped them all the way out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then think about it. That's why the scriptures talk about confusion of faces. You got a lot of people that thought that they were Black Americans, right? They were Afro-Americans, and then even when they walk up into the truth, they're like, oh, I'm the tribe of Judah. Then as they trace back, they're realizing that, wait a minute, my ancestry is actually Seminole Indian or Native Indians, because remember, the natives were dark also. The misconception is that all the natives just, they went from dark skin to this color. Like every single one of them just turned pale. No, it didn't happen like that. So, it's not, like you're saying, it's not far-fetched that Dan, and this is the thing, it don't tell you what happened to Dan. We just go off of, we know that Dan is mentioned here. Then when we get to Genesis and it talks about the 12,000 from each tribe, Dan ain't there. That's all we know. Right? We know after Judges and Samson, right? It was kind of it for Dan. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to say that's why the angels, that's why the Bible said that the angels don't separate, because they know who's who.
Right, the reapers, the angels. Yeah, it says that they'll come down and the reapers, they'll separate the wheat from the tare. They'll put you in what they're gonna, because what y'all think is gonna happen? We're gonna know what tribe we're from. You don't know exactly. You don't know exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? Your lineage and everything will be exposed. Some of us might get hit with the Edomite card. Eee, that's a scary thing.
Yeah, that's a scary thing.
I hope not either, but we got faith that that's not the case, right?
Man, that was good, man.
Dan will be in the kingdom.
Go, man.
Well, see, all praise to the Most High. Dan will be in the kingdom. This is the thing. It don't say that Dan will be in the kingdom. It doesn't say anything about Dan after a certain point in the scriptures. So remember, without us trying to add anything or come up with our own interpretation, we just stick to what we have. The scriptures say we know in part, we prophesy in part, right? I see what you're saying. We'll all be judges. Yeah, because Dan means judge. I see what you're saying. Because that's what Dan means. It means judge.
Right.
You said Dawi, I had another question
The top, scroll a little bit more.
where it says,
He said, know the tribes. He said, know the tribes, the number of the tribes. And then he said, are the 13 tribes mentioned?
oh no, the tribes and the number. Oh yeah, it mentions 12. It mentions 12 tribes. Levi is not mentioned. So Dan is there. There's at this time there are 13 tribes.
Right.
There are 13 tribes, but Levi, something else is happening with Levi and the Most High. He's separating as we read down. Levi doesn't go into the army. They got a whole different duty.
Right.
And he's going to tell us why. Go ahead. Where you at?
47.
Go ahead. He's going to tell us right here. Mm-hmm.
But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. For the Most High has spoken unto Moses, saying, Only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony.
Right, so the Levites, that tribe got appointed over the tabernacle. Go ahead.
And over all the vessels thereof, and over all things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle, and all the vessels thereof. And they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp round about the tabernacle.
Right, so y'all see this, right? They lived around the tabernacle. They were assigned to the duty of the tabernacle, and as we read, we'll see there was many duties within the tabernacle. There was many duties within the priesthood. It wasn't just everybody sacrifice. Who cleaned up if everybody sacrificed?
Yeah.
Right? Who was in charge of the censers and the incense and the garments and the curtains and breaking down the tabernacle and building it back up? But it shows you that different parts of the body. What if all the Levites was like, nah, screw that, we want to go be in the army? Who would be ministering to for the people? So that's why the class they went over, I believe that was Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It was a good class because it shows that every little part, the man that was in charge of the 75-pound menorah, what happens if he lost that? Or the golden spoons or the golden cups or all the dishes and plates, and what happened if your family lost that? Ah, damn, we lost the plates. Well, then we can't do what we need to do in its completeness for the Most High, right? Or, oh man, we misplaced the Ark of the Covenant. Like, what? The whole Ark? Because there was a family that was assigned to the Ark of the Covenant. There was a family that was assigned to the Ark of the Covenant. So you couldn't be mad that you were assigned to it, lost it, and then we lost it. What happened if we lost the Ark of the Covenant? We lost every damn war. We lost the fight. Right? So there was different families within even the tribes that were assigned to different things, but the Levites were assigned strictly to the priesthood, no fighting for them.
Right.
Okay, so yes. So now, just to be clear, at this point, there are 13 tribes that are mentioned. 12 tribes are numbered.
Right.
Okay, and then you had the 12 heads for each tribe, and Levi is excluded as the 13th tribe at this point for the priesthood. All right, where we at?
Verse 51.
That's clear, right?
Con.
Right. Okay. Just making sure. Don't count the Levites. Okay, go ahead.
And when the tabernacle sitteth forward, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up.
Right. So you see, they were in charge of when we had to move, break it down, build it back up, break it down. Every time we moved, they had to break. The Levites were in charge of the tabernacle. Go ahead.
And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death.
Read.
And the children of Israel shall pitch their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard.
Right. So if you were rebellious, talking about, well, I want to go, I'm a Judite, but I want to go live with Ephraim, you had a problem. He said every man by his own standards, by his own tribe. You had to live within your tribe at this time.
Done.
So even the way we lived, you had the tabernacle, you had the Levites around it, and then you had, as we read, you had Judah to the east, and then you had the tribes around him, and then the west, and it'll tell us, but you had to follow this structure. Very important. But you see here, there's order, there's structure, there's discipline, right? You couldn't just think I'm gonna build my house over here because I got the view. I want this view over here. We had to follow things the way the Most High laid it down. Read.
Throughout their host. But the Levites shall pitch round about the tabernacle of testimony.
Right, so they pitched around it. The Levites were around the tabernacle. Go ahead.
That there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel.
Right, go ahead.
And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of testimony.
So they were around it to keep a rebellious Jew from trying to go into the tabernacle. Because if you went up in there, what happened? Yeah, you died. The only ones that could approach were the Levites. Now think about it. That's why you had like King Uzziah, right?
Right.
What did he do? at 16. He was a young king, but what did he do? He was rebellious, ran up in the tabernacle, started burning incense. He got hit with leprosy all the way from 16 all the way to the end of his life. He had to live alone for like 70 years. Yeah, because he didn't listen. He was rebellious. You see that? Because it wasn't his place to go burn no incense. He burned the right incense, but it wasn't his place. He wasn't a Levite.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And the children of Israel did according to all that the Most High commanded Moses. So did they. Chapter 2, verse 1.
Right, you're going to read the verse 2. Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard,
Right,
with the ensign of their father's house,
right.
far off about the tabernacle of the congregation shall they pitch.
Right. See that? Every man by the standard of their father. So if you were a Jew or the tribe of Judah, that's where you was at. You was Levite, obviously they were amongst the Levites. Right. If you were Simeon, you were with the Simeonites. Right. There was order. Okay. There was order. Okay? Any questions? Any questions on that? No? All right, let's get the next reader. Man, 11 o'clock, 2 readers down. We breaking records up in here. We breaking records up in here. We breaking records. We're going to be down by 12. Yeah, probably like that one. Ryan's hilarious.
Louis, Shabbat Shah, Yahawada, Bon, Yasharala.
Louis, Shabbat Shah, Yahawada, Ban Yashala, Imadian, Barak.
Yahawah Shem Yahshar Brakatam.
Yahawah Shem Yahshar Rakatah. Yep. Yeah. Good to go. Yep. So you're at Numbers. You're at Numbers 2 and verse 3. You're going to verse 30.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Khan, shalom, shalom. Numbers chapter 2, verse 3. And on the east side, toward the rising of the sun, shall they of the standard of the camp of Judah pitch throughout their armies. And Nashan, the son of Amminadab, shall be captain of the children of Judah, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 314,600. And those that do pitch unto him shall be the tribe of Issachar, and Nathaniel, the son of Zur, shall be captain of the children of Issachar, and his host, and those that were numbered thereof were 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun, and Eliab, the son of Helon, shall be captain of the children of Zebulun, and his host, and those that were numbered thereof were 57,400. All that were numbered in the captain of Judah were 100,000 and 4,000 and 6,400 throughout their name armies. These shall first set forth. On the south side shall be the standard of the camp of Reuben according to their armies, and the captain of the children of Reuben shall be Elizur, the son of Shedeur, and his host, and those that were numbered thereof were 46,500. And those which pitched by him shall be the tribe of Simeon. And the captain of the children of Simeon shall be Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai. and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, and the captain of the sons of Gad shall be Elishaph, the son of Reuel, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 40,500 and 650. All that were numbered in the camp of Reuben were 100,000 and 50 and 1,450 throughout their armies. And they shall set forth in the second rank. Then the tabernacle of the congregation shall set forward with the captain of the Levites in the midst of the camp. As they encamp, so shall they set forward, every man in his place by their standards. On the west side shall be the standard of the camp of Ephraim, according to their armies. And the captain of the sons of Ephraim shall be Elishama, and the son of Ammihud, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 40,500. And by him shall be the tribe of Manasseh. And the captain of the children of Manasseh shall be Gamaliel, the son of Pedahusur, and his host. And those that were numbered of them were 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin, and the captain of the sons of Benjamin shall be Abidan, the son of Gideoni, and his host. And those that were numbered of them were 35,500. All that were
what verse you at?
Verse 24, sir.
Right, go ahead.
All that were numbered of the children of Ephraim were 100,000 and 8,000 and 100 throughout their armies. And they shall go forward in the third rank. The standard of the camp of Dan shall be on the north side by their armies, and by the captain of the children of Dan shall be Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai, and his host. And those that were numbered of them were 62,700. And those that encamp by him shall be the tribe of Asher. And the captain of the children of Asher shall be Pagiel, the son of Okran, and his host. And those that were numbered of them were 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali, and the captain of the children of Naphtali shall be Ahira, the son of Enan, and his host. And those that were numbered of them were 53,400.
Right. What verse is that? That was 30?
30.
Wow. So, y'all see what's going on here, right? Okay, so you had 5 sections. What were the 5 sections? How we were set up in the camp. Who's paying attention?
We have the Levites, and then the other 4 sections were.
Right. Where were the Levites?
They circle the tabernacle
Where was the tabernacle?
in the center.
In the center, right? So you had the tabernacle, the Levites. Then on the east, you had 3 tribes: Judah, Issachar, Zebulun. On the south, you had Reuben, Simeon, and Gad. On the west, you had Ephraim, Manasseh, Benjamin. The north, you had Dan, Asher, and Naphtali. And basically, they were called, like, if you were part of Judah, you were called Judah. If you were in the south, you were called Reuben. If you were on the west, you were called Ephraim. On the north, it was called Dan. And they numbered them all together. So, because when we went out, if we went out to fight, he would call up the first platoon, which would be Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Then it would be the second one. It says it. It says it in. We read it. It said that there was a second rank. Where is it? Where's it at? It says it.
3 to 9, right?
What is it? It's hold on.
In verse 24 it says, and they shall go forward in the third rank.
Right.
And that's when talking about the Ephraim.
That's talking about the western front. They will go in the third rank. So there was 4 ranks.
Yeah.
East, south, west, and north. So that's why it was important to stay in the land or on the side of the tabernacle that you were assigned to by tribe. Because these ranks had numbers, so we know, okay, we got these numbers in this rank. Got these numbers in this rank. Send the first rank. But if everybody wanted to go live on the west side, right? Everybody wanted to live on the west side, and not the east side. What was the problem? There wasn't enough numbers in that rank for wartime. It was unbalanced. You see that? Remember, Moses was a what?
General.
Moses was a war general. He wasn't just he wasn't a dummy. When the people like get confused when Moses said, "I'm slow of speech." No, he wasn't slow of speech. He was a general. Y'all watch all the movies with generals that they had to stir up their men, right? They had to get them in the spirit. Moses was just trying to say that so he could kind of slither out of not doing what the Most High wanted him to do. He was pulling like a halfway Jonah, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't slow of speech. He wasn't dumb. He wasn't stupid. He wasn't retarded. He was very intelligent. He was a high-ranking general in the Egyptian military. You couldn't be slow for that, right?
The Most High had a hell of an answer for him.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't talk. I'll give you a whole nother body. You can't talk. I'll give you a whole nother tongue. Here goes Aaron, right?
And Aaron,
And if anything, Aaron was more slower than Moses because he's the one that built a golden calf, right? He's the one that built an idol for the people. So, if anything, if there was somebody, if you had to measure slowness, it was Aaron.
Right.
Okay, but you see, this is important. This is very important. This was important. The way it was set up was for the defense of the Levites, the defense of the tabernacle, but then also if we were on the offense, we deployed different ranks at different times. Remember, Sun Tzu, the art of war. He didn't create the art of war. It's all from here. It's all from the Bible. And then these dudes weren't just some raggedy ass dudes that didn't know how to fight. It said that when you read it, you read in I believe it's in Numbers. It said that we were experts of war. We weren't just cats that sat around playing Call of Duty and then all of a sudden I could go bust my gun. Right. No, these dudes were experts in war to the point where it said Benjamin was accurate within a hair shot with the bow.
Yep. Right.
With the sling, right? With a slingshot. A hair's breadth is the width of a hair. Dang. So imagine. So that means that you know what that means? That means that they never missed.
That's it.
They never missed their target. Because what target is the breadth of a hair? You try to hit my finger, he gonna knock your finger clean off.
Done.
That's how accurate they were. So it tells you that we were experts with the bow, with the arrow, with the sling, with the staff. Look at Saul. Right? Saul, he always was throwing javelins.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he wasn't that expert because he was missing. He missed David. David was a little bit more on point.
Well, it was showing whenever when Benjamin got into war with Judah.
Yeah.
And they were just knocking Judah out.
They was knocking Judah down.
Yeah.
Benjamin was the baby tribe.
Yep.
Judah was a big bro, but Benjamin gave him hell.
Yep.
But if you read about Gad, we weren't just experts with the weapons. It talks about how we were swift. Mm-hmm. We ran fast. It tells you about Jonathan and Saul. It said Jonathan was swift like an eagle. Right. It said they were light-footed like roes. A roe is a deer. You ever see a deer prance through the wilderness? And one minute you look and the next minute he's over there and you're like, wow. Because they're like, you ever watch I Am Legend? And you see how they had them deers running? Yeah. They were running through Manhattan. Imagine we just chasing people down. That's that, and imagine thousands of men being able to do this. But remember, the Spirit of the Most High had to be with us because it wasn't just about our physical capabilities. Right? So y'all see, I just want to make sure I paint this picture of how things were set up. Again, showing that the Most High dealt with order. Let all things be done decently and in order. And this wasn't some new thing, again, that Paul created when he talked about a bishop and a deacon, and when he talked about let things be done in order, and when he talked about ranks, and it wasn't, Paul didn't create that. The Most High created that from the beginning, and then he just gave it to Moses. Adam had order and rank. All right? So Just want to make sure that we get that. There was something else. There was a question. It said, were the Levites permitted to marry outside of their tribe? Well, the stipulations of Levi marrying was what?
Virgin.
They had to be a virgin. The woman that they took had to be a virgin, right? Somebody find it for me. It's in Leviticus. Right, or the widow of another priest. It's in Leviticus and it's also in Isaiah. We just read it last week, right? Yeah, where's it at? Bring them pure olive oil. Let's see here. It's very simple. Just look up the word. Somebody look up for me. Maybe this might give us a clue. Somebody look up for me. Look him up. I looked it up in the Strong's, but it's not coming up with nothing. Look him up real quick, and we'll see if we can see the tribe he's from.
The one for the virgins is Leviticus chapter 21, verse 13.
Right. Read that.
It starts at 12.
Read 12.
It says, Leviticus chapter 21, verse 12. Neither shall he go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary.
Read verse 7.
Verse 7. They shall not take a wife.
Right.
That is a whore.
Right. So he couldn't marry a whore. This is for the Levites, the priests. Go ahead.
Or profane. Neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto the Most High.
Right.
He is holy unto his Most High.
Right. Now jump down.
Read 13.
Read verse 13.
And he shall take a wife in her virginity.
Right.
A widow or a divorced woman or profane or an harlot, these shall he not take.
Right.
But he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife.
Right. So right there it tells us as long as this woman is of his own people. Now go to Tobit. Go to Tobit. 4 and 8. 4 and 6. So instead of his own people, right? It doesn't say specifically of the Levite tribe. It's very important. Remember, we're all the same people. So now let's go to Tobit 4. Who got it?
Tobit 4 and 12.
Because this is another thing that you got these knuckleheads online teaching, like, oh, you could. It's fornication if you marry outside of your tribe. That's ridiculous. That's nonsense. That's scripturally not accurate. And then even we talked about it earlier with so much of us being scattered and spread about, and the confusion of the faces, and because I look a certain way, I fit a certain tribe demographic. No, it don't work like that. Because you might be thinking the whole time you a Jew, or the tribe of Judah, and guess what? You're not. You're the tribe of Simeon, right? Or you might be a Levite. So you mean to tell me that's a sin? Because a man that thought he was a Jew went and took him a woman of Issachar, and now he's living in sin his whole life? No, that don't make sense, right? Right. So let's read Tobit.
Tobit 4 and 12.
The father what? No, I know that, but it doesn't give you a tribe.
Yeah.
It doesn't? No. Damn. Okay, go ahead.
Tobit chapter 4 verse
What's up?
12.
Hold on.
In the Josephus, when Israel warred against Benjamin,
Right.
the Levites, his wife was the tribe of Judah.
Find it in the scriptures. Find it for me. Go ahead.
Tobit chapter 4.
And this is going to prove it right here anyway. Go ahead. My bad.
Tobit chapter 4 verse 12.
Go ahead.
Beware of all whoredom,
Right,
son,
right,
and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
right. Now, I always ask this question. What tribe was Abraham? What tribe was Noah? What tribe? See, they were just Israelites. They were just Hebrews, right? Abraham the Hebrew.
Right.
And that Hebrew lineage translated all the way down from Abraham all the way to Noah. And then, what tribe was Shem?
You're talking about
before Abraham.
Huh?
No, before Abraham, right?
We're talking about Adam.
Right, Adam. Yeah, my bad. Adam. No, right. But what tribe was Right, because Noah was before Abraham. What tribe was Shem? Like, what tribe out of the 12 tribes was Shem?
It was just Hebrew.
Just a Hebrew. Just an Israelite. You see that? So, it's telling us right here, you were supposed to take a, read it again?
Beware of all whoredom,
Right,
my son,
right,
and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
right. The seed of your fathers. Whether it be Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob. Right? Because that's what it translated down to. Go ahead.
And take not a strange woman to wife,
Right. Go ahead.
which is not of thy father's tribe.
You see that? Which is not of thy father's tribe. So, go ahead.
For we are the children of the prophets,
Right.
Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right. You see how it's naming the fathers? It's naming the forefathers. Again, I asked, what tribe? If you want to be specific, was Noah a Benjamite? Levite? What was he? See? You see my point? Go ahead.
Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred,
Right.
and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall
And we know that there
inherit the
wasn't
land.
tribes back in Abraham's time. There wasn't a tribe. There wasn't tribes. There were families.
Got it.
And there was kindreds and lineages, right?
Got it.
So what this is saying is keep the lineage. Keep the tribe, marry within your lineage. Go ahead.
That was it.
Right. And their seed shall inherit the land. No, watch. Read on. Read 13.
Now therefore, my son,
Right?
love thy brethren,
Right?
and despise not in thy heart thy brethren,
Uh-huh.
the sons and the daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them.
See that? It says take a wife of your people. So again, it doesn't say here, or it didn't say here with Levi that they were supposed to take a virgin of his own people to wife. So if you put two and two together, for one, it's not saying they only had to marry within their tribe, but it did get specifications, on the type of woman they could take, which was a virgin, which was not a whore, a harlot, profane, right? Even when you go into, I believe it's, what is it, Isaiah, where it goes more into this, Isaiah
I thought it was Ezekiel.
or Ezekiel. It's Ezekiel, what, 44? But it goes into it also. And it doesn't really give us, it doesn't say they can't marry outside their tribe. Tobit is letting us know you can marry within your people.
Because the thing is, I think it was specified for Levi, especially because in Deuteronomy, it was like in times of war, but that didn't apply to Levi. They had to always.
Remember, Levi wasn't going out to war.
Yeah, that's true.
So anybody that was taking spoils of the other nations, right? But then remember this: weren't we taking spoils? Remember we read last week where we were giving what to Levi?
Oh, your sacrifices.
They were getting women, they were getting children, they were getting a lot of different things for alms and offerings. It wasn't just cumin and spices, right? That's why when we read last week, it gave you a price, basically a price of a human, right? This is the price of a woman. This is the price of a man. This is the price of a child. So these things were coming to Levi. They were, and then they could keep it or they could trade it off, sell it, whatever the case may be.
It was Ezekiel 44.
It's Ezekiel 44. It goes into it also.
Verse 22.
Right. Go ahead.
Neither shall they take for their wives a widow on her that is put away.
Right.
But they shall take maidens of the seed of the house of Israel.
Yeah, there it is. So they can have any woman they wanted within Israel. There it is. Just like today, if a brother is tribe of Judah, and he happened to, be in the land of Ephraim, or in the land of Manasseh, right? And he finds a young damsel that's not betrothed, and he wants that for his wife. He can do that. It's not against the law to marry a woman outside of the tribe, but it does tell you that whoredom is going outside the tribes. Right. All right. So hopefully that's clear. If a Levite married a wife of another tribe, the children would be Levites anyway. Yeah, the children would be Levites anyway, regardless, because you went by the standard of your father. So, let's see here. So I mean, hopefully that answered that, Aggie student. Hopefully we got that for you. Why are the numbers in some cases and some, chapter 2 according to the tribes? Why are the numbers in some cases the sum, and in some cases much higher?
It's because
Some of the numbers in chapter 2 are over 100,000. Is chapter 2 including women, children, and elderly? No. Chapter 2 is including strictly men.
yeah, it's
But not chapter what we read about the east, west, that's the 3 tribes combined. If
Yeah.
that's what you're asking.
yeah, that's what it is.
Chapter 2 gives us the 600,000, 3,000, right? Am I saying it right? 600,000 men. All right?
600,000, 600,000 and 3,530.
That don't sound right.
That
Don't sound right.
was verse 46.
Right, but it just don't sound right the way we're saying it.
Yeah.
So, chapter 2 is giving us the number of the men that are able to go to war as a total,
Con.
right? Then when we get into when it tells us that the east, north, south, west, that gives us 3 tribes together
Yeah.
as a total, as a sum.
Con.
That's why you're getting different numbers. Watch. Let's go back real quick. Let me just make sure. So the Levite thing, who they married we're good, right? Con. Let's get to these numbers.
Like you can, I just did it actually.
Right.
So you can get to the numbers. You can start at verse. You can start at verse 3.
What chapter?
My bad. Numbers chapter 2, verse 3. This will just be the one for the east side, which is Judah.
Right.
And what it does is when you read down to verse 9, what it does is it tells you, it reiterates the men that Judah had, then it reiterates the men that who's with Judah. It
Judah, Issachar, and
reiterates.
Zebulun.
Yeah,
Let's just read it.
It reiterates it, then it adds it up.
Read it again.
Yeah, verse 3.
Verse 3. Numbers chapter 2 and verse 3. And on the east side, toward the rising of the sun, shall they of the standard of the camp of Judah pitch throughout their armies. And Nashan, the son of Amimadab, shall be captain of the children of Judah, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 314,600. And those that do pitch next unto him shall be the tribe of Issachar, and then Theo, the son of Zur, shall be captain of the children of Issachar, and his host, and those that were numbered thereof were 54,400.
So for Judah, when you total Judah up, it's 74,600. Issachar is 54,400. Go ahead.
Then the tribe of Zebulun, and Eliab, the son of Hilon, shall be captain of the children of Zebulun, and his host, and those that were numbered thereof were 57,400. All that were numbered in the camp of Judah, 100,000 and 80,000 and 6,400 throughout their armies. These shall first set forth.
So when you add up the 74,600, which was Judah, then you add the 54,400, which was Issachar, then you add the 57,400, which was Zebulun. When you add those 3 up together, that's how you get the 186,400.
Right.
That's why it says it's called a sum.
Yeah.
Right? Where's it at? Where?
Verse 9.
Verse 9. It says, and all these were the numbered camp Judah were the 100 fourscore. Right. Right. Yeah. See, it called it Judah
Right.
because those were the 3 tribes, and they numbered them all together.
Come.
Yeah, she'll pull up. Right?
Wow.
Right. Where we at? Wait, was that it?
Con, sir.
Okay, never mind. I get it now. The bigger numbers are the sum of the 3 tribes. Right. Everybody got that, right? Okay. So a Levite woman could marry outside of her tribe. A Levite woman could marry outside of her tribe. Come. Yeah, if the man could do it, it wasn't unlawful. Remember, this is how we know. Watch this. Go to it's in Deuteronomy. What was the whole point of marrying within the tribe? Let's do it like that.
Inheritance.
Keep it Israel.
Holy seed.
Your inheritance of your father, the land and stuff like that, will be transferring to different.
Right. It was about the inheritance, right? It was about keeping the inheritance. It was about keeping the inheritance with each tribe, but it didn't say that it was against the law to marry, right? It was just he was just saying, listen, if you want to keep the inheritance of the land, stay within the tribes, right? So, where do I want to go? It's hold on.
What chapter?
One sec. Some Deuteronomy. Remember when when the two daughters came and they said that they have no inheritance? Their father was in Deuteronomy. We'll find it real quick. We're gonna find this real fast. I think it's in Deuteronomy. Oh. No. Let's do this.
27. Numbers 27.
Numbers 27?
Numbers 27.
Yeah.
1 through 11.
Yep. Well, yeah, Numbers 26. No, it's actually Numbers 27.
27. You can
That's
start.
verse 3.
Verse 3.
Right, but let's see here.
Probably do 8.
There's a point that I want to just get to.
I thought it was number 36.
Let's see what number 36 says.
Number 36,
Yeah, everybody's sending me different. give me 1 second.
that's when Zello.
Right.
had
This might be the one I want.
his daughter.
This is the one.
That was Numbers 27.
No, so it's Numbers 36.
36, okay.
Right, there it is. This is the one I wanted. Good call, John. Numbers 36 and verse 3.
Numbers chapter 36, verse 3.
Right.
And if they be married to any of the sons of the other tribes
Right.
of the children of Israel, then
Go
shall
to
they,
verse 2. Go to verse 2.
and they said, the Most High commanded my Lord to give the land for inheritance.
Right, Numbers 27 and Numbers 36 go together. It's talking about the same people.
Yes, because exactly.
Yeah, it's talking about the same people, but this is the thing. 36 is given the point that I wanted about the land being transferred from tribe to tribe if you married outside the tribe.
Correct.
That's the difference. Numbers 27 is giving you the actual statute or the law that was created. Number 36 is giving you the instances of why.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The land for inheritance by lot to the children of Israel, and my Lord was commanded by the Lord to give the inheritance of Zelophehad, our brother, unto his daughters. And if they be married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel,
Right? It says if they be married to any of the what?
any of the sons
Right?
of the other tribes of the children of Israel,
Right?
then shall their inheritance be taken from the inheritance of our fathers,
Right?
and shall be put to the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received.
Right. You see that? So that was the whole purpose of really just wanting to stick within your tribe, was that the inheritance wasn't just transferring around and moving around. It's open. You see that? But yes, the women could marry outside the tribe, just like today. They can a Levite woman could marry a Judite man, or an Issacharite man, or a Benjamin, or a Manassite, whatever, Gadite.
What was the one in 27? What?
Numbers 27 and verse 3 down. Numbers 27 and verse 3 down to about 11. At this. So y'all see that? Y'all see this, right? Right. And if he married his sons. But then remember the year of Jubilee? We read over that. What happened to that land?
It goes back.
It goes back anyway. It went back anyway.
That's what it's saying in number 4, right?
That's what it says in verse 4. Yeah, it tells you that in the year of Jubilee, it went back to the original owner, that original tribe. So hopefully this is making sense. Right, let me just throw my little notes up in here. Numbers. Right, so y'all get that, right? Right. Somebody asked something about, was Mary the mother of the Lord from the tribe of Levi? You'd have to backtrack her lineage, right? Y'all want to get into endless genealogies. Y'all want to get into these endless genealogies. Mary's is in what, Luke?
Luke 3 and 23.
Yeah, Luke 3. Right? Let's see. I forgot how this. Right, was the son of. Right, and it goes down. Da 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 da. I'd have to go back through this Luke. I haven't went through the genealogy in a while, man. And
said in Luke, if this is married, then it said Judah.
Right, but look, let me show you something.
It switches.
And Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age, being as was supposed the son of Joseph, which is the son of Heli, which is the son of that, which is the son of Levi. Right?
Yeah,
You see that? What verse you at?
keeps going.
No, I know it keeps going, but who is it talking about first?
Joseph.
Right. So we'd have to go through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna jump on that yet. Give me a chance. Let me go back through these endless genealogies, because they switch up and they jump. There was one like I forgot, we were reading something. I was on the phone with, it was me and Mustafa. I remember, man, we were going through this, I think we were in Genesis, and we were going through this genealogy, and it wasn't clicking, and then we saw that right in the middle of it dealing with one set of people, that jumped to a whole nother person in just mid-sentence. And that it would throw you off if you didn't catch that little part. So let us go through it, and then we'll come back with Mary's genealogy. All right, but the point is made. What do you say? Right. Right. Let's see. Yeah, we'd have to read. Yeah, I would. Mary was Judah. Right, because I just hit me. Mary was Judah. But we can read through it and break. I mean, that'd be something good to break down, and to show you how the lineage went. All right, let's jump back. Let's go. So we prove. I mean, it goes without saying, we prove the point that you can marry no matter what tribe outside of your tribe. Right, the man, the woman, the Levite wasn't strictly stuck with a Levite woman. He can get a woman of any tribe. Con?
Con.
Wow.
Okay.
If
I mean, how would it be fun to just be stuck with? The Most High was about the flavor, man. He said, "Listen, he the salt of the earth, right? Come on. You know how Judah be loving Ephraim? Right? Judah love anything that speaks Spanish. Judah love anything that speak a different language, man. Right?
Oh boy, geez.
What if, when you look at in Tobit 4 and 12,
Right?
and it talks about the fathers,
Right?
it actually means Jacob because Abraham had different children from other females, right? So those
Right.
children are just they're just Hebrews. They're not Hebrew Israelites.
Right. They wouldn't be they wouldn't be Israelites, right?
Right.
They wouldn't be the remember you have the righteous line that went from Abraham, Isaac,
and
Jacob, right? Then it went through. There was a righteous line, even though they had other sons.
Right.
We know that there was a righteous line that we had to stay within the confines of. That's why. Think about it, Abraham, right, and Sarah. Abraham could have had wives of different nations, but he didn't. He stayed within his kindred.
Right.
Right? You see that? So that's what it was about. Now, I see y'all got questions off the topic, so we get to those after. But
The red light just blowing up.
you said what?
The red light just blowing up.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. Every time it comes to these genealogies, there's always questions because you got to make sure you read it. Read it the right way. Right. All right, let's jump back. Let's jump back. You said what? Oh. Let's do the reading and then we'll do then we'll do whatever questions.
Yeah.
Was that your last? That was it? All right. So next reader.
Samuel, Shabbat Shah, Yahweh, Ban Yashala,
Samuel, Shabbat Shah, Yahweh, Ban Yashala. Emmanuel. Right?
Yahweh Shem Yashah Bakatham,
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakatah. Right. We know that we know that Mary's lineage goes all the way back to Adam, just like all of our lineage goes back to Adam. We know that. Right? We know that. We know that through Luke. All of our lineage goes back to Adam. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. Now, Hebrews 7 and 14, that's speaking of Yahweh Shai. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, right? How do we know that he sprang out of Judah? Well, what was his dad? His dad was Joseph, who was what? He was a Jew. He was a Jew.
The Jew is a king.
He was a Jew. So remember, your lineage goes by your father. We just read that. Numbers 1 and 18. We just read that. Right? We just read that your lineage, your pedigree. I mean, I hope y'all are paying attention and not just throwing comments out. But your pedigree is by your father.
Yeah.
Your lineage is by your father.
Tell you Matthew 1:1. Christ.
Right. Yeah, Matthew's 1 and 1. But we know that Hebrews 7:14, for it is evident our Lord sprang out of Judah. Why was there evidence of this? Well, because of who his dad was. Not because of who his mother was. You see that? Or not because of her lineage, no matter what. She was a Jew. She was the tribe of Judah. But the lineage, right, is from the father. Right, where we at? Numbers 2 and verse 31.
Numbers chapter 2, verse 31. All they that were numbered in the camp of Dan were 157,600. They shall go hindmost with their standards.
You said what?
Hindmost.
Where you at? Numbers what?
I mean, I was at verse 31 just then.
One sec. Numbers 2 and 31. Then the tribe, all they that were numbered in the camp of Dan were 100,000, 50,000. They shall go hindmost.
Right, that's what I was asking.
Oh, hindmost? 231, they shall go. Oh, last. Hindmost just means last. Hind.
Okay.
Hind means
Okay, like
the back.
behind. Okay.
Behind, yeah.
I got you. All right.
They go out last.
Uh-huh.
You see that? So remember, they were the last. They were the last platoon,
Yeah.
right? So they would go out last if they went to war. They would go out last.
Okay.
Right.
Numbers chapter 2, verse 32. These are those which were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers. All those that were numbered of the camps throughout their host were 600,000 and 3,550. And the Levites were not numbered among the children of Israel, as the Most High commanded Moses. And the children of Israel did according to all that the Most High commanded Moses. So they pitched by their standards, and so they set forward, every one after their families, according to the house of their fathers.
You see that? House of their fathers. Go ahead.
Come. This is Numbers chapter 3, verse 1. These also are the generations of Aaron and Moses in the day that the Most High spake with Moses in Mount Sinai. And these are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab, the firstborn of Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron, the priests, which were anointed, whom he consecrated to minister in the priest office. And Nadab and Abihu died before the Most High. They offered strange fire before the Most High in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. And Eleazar and Ithamar ministered in the priest office in the sight of Aaron their father. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and present them before Aaron the priest, that they may minister unto him. They shall keep his charge, and the charge of the whole congregation before the tabernacle of the congregation, to do the service of the tabernacle. And they shall keep all the instruments of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the charge of the children of Israel to do the service of the tabernacle. And thou shalt give the Levites unto Aaron and to his sons. They are holy, given unto him out of the children of Israel. And thou shalt appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall wait on their priest office. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death.
That's right.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, And I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel instead of all the firstborn that opened the matrix among the children of Israel.
Right, because at first he said, just give me all the firstborn sons, right? Right. He said, give me all the firstborn, but then he came back and said, you know what? Just give me Levi. Give me Levi, and you can keep your firstborn. And they'll minister to me. Go ahead.
Therefore the Levites shall be mine.
Right.
Verse 13.
Sons of Eli.
Because all the firstborn are mine. From on that,
Right.
for on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be. I am the Most High.
Done.
And the Most High spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, number the children of Levi after the house of their fathers, by their families. Every male from a month old and upward shalt thou number them. And Moses numbered them according to the word of the Most High, as he was commanded.
Right.
And these were the sons of Levi by their names, Gershon and Kohath and Merari. And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their families, Libni and Shimei. And the sons of Kohath by their families, Amram and Izahar, Hebron and Uziel. And the sons of Merari by their families, Mali and Musha. These are the families of the Levites according to the house of their fathers. Of Gershon was the family of the Libnites, and the family of the Shemites. These are the families of the Gershonites. Those that were numbered of them according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, even those that were numbered of them were 7,500. The families of the Gershonites shall pitch behind the tabernacle westward, and the chief of the house of the father of the Gershonites shall be Elisab, the son of Lael.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah.
So, any questions on that? I mean, I told you this one is really straightforward. Any questions? Nothing? Doc, you're up. Setting records up here. Gets the baby blow.
Shatak, Shabbat Shah, Yehovah, Bun, Yashala.
Shatak Shabbat Shah, Yahawada, Ban Yashala, I Mariam, Barak,
Yehovah, Shem Yahweh, Shai, Brakathum.
Yahweh Shemel Shai Rakatah.
Right, like even right. Because even that Jacob is not, or that Joseph is not the Joseph of that time. Yeah. Of Mary's time, that's the Joseph of that time. Because that Eli.
Oh, that's
Brother Samuel.
it's Eli. It's Eli.
Yeah, but it's Eli. Yeah. That's what I'm looking. Eli as well. Yeah, go ahead. Where we at? Numbers 3 and verse 25. What was me? You heard something? Nah, there's no order. Oh, okay.
Numbers chapter 3, verse 25. And the charge of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation shall be the tabernacle and the tent, the covering thereof, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the hanging of the court, and the curtain of the for the door of the court, which is by the tabernacle, and by the altar round about, and the cords of it for all service thereof. And of Korath was the family of the Amorites, and the family of the
Where you at?
Israelites. Verse 27. And the family of the Hebronites, and the family of the Uzelites. These are the families of the Kordites, and the number of all the males.
Kohathites. Right, you had Hebronites, you had Izraelites, Uzelites, and Kohathite. Right, so if you read back up at verse 19, you had Kohath, Aram, Ezahar, Hebron, and Uziel. So all you're doing is Uzielite, Hebronite, Kohathite. Right. Just letting you know that they were a people.
Verse 28. And the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 8,600, keeping the charge of the sanctuary. Families of the sons of Korath shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle southward, and the chief of the house of the father of the family of the Kohathites shall be Eliphaz, the son of Uziel. Verse 31. And their charge shall be the ark, and the table, and the candlesticks, and the altar, and the vessels of the sanctuary wherewith they minister, and the hanging, and all the service thereof. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, shall be chief over the chief of the Levites, and have the oversight of them that keep the charge of the sanctuary. And Merari was the family of the Malites, and the family of the Mushites. These are the families of Merari. And these that were numbered of them according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 6,200. And the chief of the house of the fathers of the families of Merari was Zerel, the son of Abinahab. Abahel, there you go. These shall pitch on the side of the tabernacle northward, under the custody and charge of the sons of Merari shall be the board of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof, and all the vessels thereof, and all that sever thereto, and the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords. But those that encamp before the tabernacle toward the east, even before the tabernacle of the congregation eastward, shall be Moses and Aaron and his sons, keeping the charge of the sanctuary for the charge of the children of Israel. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death.
So only the Levites can go towards the sanctuary, the tabernacle, for the purpose of ministering for the Most High, for the people. Go ahead.
All that were numbered of the Levites, which Moses and